it's a planet colonizer rocket. So it's intended to be able to carry multiple million tons of ore to Mars.
But the size is much bigger than that.
Well, we will make bigger versions, but it'll bring for roughly 100 to 200 tons of ore. But it's going to be like 70,000.
How long will it take to get to Mars?
About 6 months. It's kind of like getting from England to Australia. About 6 months to now. That's Mars.
Like seaweed.
Mars's gravity is only 40% out of Earth, so it's much easier. It's like dramatically easier than At some point that would be cool. The Trump president? That would be a risky move. I think we want to remind here.
Yeah, no, we can't let him go.
So this is so the left is what is the simulation, and the right is reality. You see how close the simulation versus the reality is. It's a little hard to see it. Yeah. I mean, nobody's even proposed to fix it before, so
That's amazing.
when I first said we're going to do this thing, I thought this is crazy. It is kind of crazy. Yes. Over time, we can make it very reliable, but this is still early days, so we might sort of not catch it. As I said. In about 45
What's your last one? The address?
Am I going? I don't know.
We're going to do one video camera and then we'll have you guys come in. Just 1 second.
Did he point to me?
Yes.
Mr. Wyckoff?
These are envoys of the Middle East,
Bryson.
So,
Hey, Mr. Petita, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Good. Come on in. Yeah, it's tight. Thank you. Come to your left. Your right. You okay?
so it's way faster than the sun. You try to use the atmosphere to brake as much as possible, so you're kind of going like this. So if the floor is subscale, it's go like this. It's literally trying to use its entire body as a brake, and that's using these flaps to just control its position. Try to achieve roughly a 70-degree angle. And then when it goes subsonic,
Is that controlled by computer or by man?
like it's entirely computer, autopilot. So then when it goes, it actually starts gravitating. It's falling down like this. So it's like a skydive, basically. So it's just you can think of these flaps like the skydiver's arms and legs. So it's falling down like this, and then right at the end it turns around and lands.
How high is it?
What's the surface?
Extremely high.
Surface what's on the surface?
So if you see those black tiles?
Yes.
We're looking at the leeward side of the rocket. So the other side, the windward side, has glass house. Yeah, it's a little hard to see, but, so we're looking at the leeward side. Go now, push it. Full side. So you can do the path of the nose from the leeward side is full glass house. And those are
There's some hits, might have to repeat some later, but we'll do it later.
He's told the story about it.
I've never seen him more excited about anything.
Yeah. The cool part is where he's telling the story for about a minute and a half, and it's actually showing him come down.
Yeah.
Until its conclusion.
He told the story at his last rally and at his acceptance speech. Literally.
Oh,
You know, with
he'll tell it if you know you're in.
yes, yeah.
Crackers.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So it'll cradle, it'll bring it down, and then hopefully we'll do that again today. We'll have about 30 seconds before we bring it to determine the safety of the vehicle. So there's a chance that we won't try it. That's always the case. But assuming you do, you'll land there. Like the second stage, we'll go around the Earth, and we're going to, in space, and the engines will turn off, and then we're going to relight the engines, which is what you do for what they call long coast missions. So it's practicing that, and then we're also going to open that first stage. Push satellites. So we're going to practice that, and then that'll come back through the atmosphere and land in the ocean, and that'll be it. And that's very cool stuff. Yeah. Well, this is our during this term, carry Americans to the moon, right? So like, we'll get that done. We're working really hard.
You get us to Mars too, right? You have to do it by 4 years. You have 4 years to do it.
Yeah, we're able to do it. We're like hell.
So how long is the preparation for today's? And I know everything prepares. Yeah.
We're up to 30 minutes.
So you were able to do it.
So you'll see later on today. So we'll go back to the Starbase. We have we're doing this. It's sort of a machine to build a machine. So we're building one rocket. So it used to be we build like one rocket every 5 years.
Right. at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Was that right?
We were going like 48 hours of no sleep, and it was literally like just we all had it.
What's the music of choice? Anything from Elvis Presley to
I'm just curious.
Harry Connick to the Monkees to Cher. I mean,
Phantom,
so
the opera.
good. Phantom of the Opera. Love it. So good. Jelly. The money's going boom.
I know. That's what we need to introduce here now. Is that the music in the rockets, right?
Lee Green.
Very, very eclectic taste, right? Like a rally.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
You name it, he's got it on that playlist.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You guys running around carrying a lot of stuff. Don't worry. Don't worry at all.
I'm Tim. Nice. I've been coming about 20 years, so hopefully I know a little bit. I can also tell you what's going on.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah,
Really appreciate it. Likewise. Thank you, Tim. So you ready? You got
You're
30
in
minutes
like
to walk.
barbecue. This is so cool. I think we're going to send you to Mars, and you're going to get the first footage of us sending to Mars.
It is currently 3:25 p.m. Central Time at Starbase, Texas, and it has been just 40 days since our last launch of the world's biggest rocket. We're targeting our first afternoon Starship liftoff just 34 minutes from now, and that will occur at 4 p.m. Central Time. This time we're bringing daylight to see the ship splashing down on the other side of the world. I'm Kate Tice, Senior Quality Systems Engineering Manager here at SpaceX.
And I'm Jesse Anderson, a Senior Structures Engineering Manager, and we are joining you live from SpaceX Starbase. On Flight 5, we promised you maximum excitement as Starship delivered in what had to be one of the most memorable moments in my time here at SpaceX. Like so many of you, we were in utter shock as we watched that historic mission. We're back today to try to perform the target. As Kate mentioned, it's been just over a month since Flight 5, taking this our quickest turnaround yet between Starship flight test. Our ultimate goal was to get that turnaround time down to hours. Following Flight 5, the SpaceX team went to work, immediately implementing lessons learned into the vehicle and towers hardware and software systems to flight systems. This is what rapid iteration looks like. We gather real data from these test flights and turn around the flight again as soon as possible. This is the process that's bringing us a rapidly reusable Starship that will soon be chasing us to the moon and Mars. Flight 5 proved exactly what we described the launch tower, which is a key factor in driving rapid facility, and land ship with a high precision splashdown in the Indian Ocean. We'll be taking you through today's test objectives in just a moment, but first let's check in with Dan, who's on the ground just a few miles from his pad at Starbase with the best news. How's it going, Dan?
Hey, Jesse, it's going fantastic. Got a couple of tests right here.
That's actually you get okay.
Hopefully another test.
Good one.
Right now, the range is clear by then. Making sure land, air, sea, everything around the launch pad and our flight path is clear before we get to the
That's good. It's always good to have those kind of
frost lines starting to stick up.
Yeah, it's good.
After putting the cryogenic, the liquid methane, and
I just want to look over.
both of those vehicles. The ship prop load started at about T-minus 49 minutes, and then the booster follows a couple minutes after about T-minus 49.
between flights to unlock that.
And the teams have actually already begun testing the emission tiles in environments simulating Mars atmospheric entry conditions, which we'll see more of in just a few minutes. You know, slightly different than coming back to Earth.
Just slightly different. And in between the first and second stages is our house stage, which we saw in action on flights 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's recap that last flight to understand what we accomplished and how that's changing for today's
On October 13th, Starship successfully lifted off at 7:25 a.m. Central Time from Starbase, Texas. Gorgeous sunrise ascent that was very quickly followed by the hot stages operations here, as well as multiple previous Starship flights. The booster then performed a flip maneuver, boostback burn, and then jettisoned that hot stage, which you see there. The booster then performed its boostback burn, which brought it back on the trajectory to the launch tower back to the coast. We can see here, you can see the booster descending through the Earth's atmosphere. It broke the sound barrier again as it was coming back through. Those Raptor engines relit, and then the moment that made us all lose our minds, the booster came back for a successful first ever catch by the chopstick arms back at the exact same launch tower that it launched from. It was insane. As you can see, we're all bananas. That was interesting to get on camera to have a match and thanks to the Tyler's working with Tyler's launch team to succeed in the first time.
Yeah, although the satellite ship was continuing to cross the Indian Ocean, it executed an excellent coast, made its way down the midstream, relit its engines, and then splashed down into the Indian Ocean. Now that whole flight test included that splashdown 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 40 seconds after launch.
Starship's fifth flight test was one of our most ambitious yet, and as we were to demonstrate techniques fundamental to Starship and Super Heavy's fully and rapidly design.
And I think, guys, that for all of us, when I say that seeing the attention the first time was an extraordinary moment for the entire SpaceX team. We've seen a lot of wild bursts here, but that was truly an epic moment in time.
We're not predicting that anytime soon. Now, today's mission profile is very similar to Flight 5, but there are some differences that we've made incorporated as we prepare for future moves. About 20 minutes from now, Super Heavy will ignite its 33 Raptor engines and lift off from Starbase. About 2.5 minutes into flight, the booster will separate from the ship in a hot stage separation. We've seen that occur on multiple flights, including Flight 2, 10, 4, and 5. About 2 seconds after that occurs, jettisoned in that hot stage.
This is unbelievable.
And once again, to return to the launch site for catch by tower structure.
Now, one additional objective for this flight during post is a deep space burn using one ship's Raptor engine. While in space,
We're not the same.
key capability after the post stage, the ship will attaching the reentry and ship takes it all the way down. Once again, perform a flip and landing before splashing down to the engine.
Now, there are some notable changes to our engine plans for this flight, and they will be potentially push the ship to, and very likely beyond its range. This includes several thermal protection upgrades and operational changes actually and rates. Today's flight test will also test new secondary thermal protection materials, and the entire section of the engine has actually been removed. And on top of all of that, we're going to fly the ship at an
It's your business.
We are intentionally looking for how far we can push and discover the vehicle we can spend and for future ship return and mission.
Even though ship recovery is not expected today, the create data we receive all the way to the end is just looking for is the rapidly reusable Starship.
Now, just like Flight 5, one of our objectives for Flight 6 is attempting to return the booster to the launch site and combat the tower. The booster for this flight has upgrades to add redundancy across its propulsion system, increase the structural as well as increase the structural strength and boosters. We've also implemented a few changes across both the ship and the tower to try and speed up post-action time. Returning vehicles to the launch site leverages the same hardware used for stacking ahead of flight, making our infrastructure multi-purpose. And in order for us to achieve that Raptor capability, talking about we need a great and we can't get much faster than returning launching it right there to where it needs to launch from.
In this video, you can see our original Raptor booster catcher alongside the actual footage of its from Flight 5. This video is just mind-blowing to see the ridiculous reality. And just like the last flight for today's booster catch, there are thousands of criteria that need to be met in order to receive the catch. Automated checks have to indicate we have a healthy booster and a healthy tower, and the flight director must issue a manual command which is informed by manual checks from the flight control team. If this command is not sent prior to the completion of the boostback burn, or if automated health checks show unacceptable conditions, super heavy for the tower, the booster will be flown to a trajectory that leads it to a landing burn and self-splashdown.
I remember the Colorado tower for catch on Flight 5, and wow, I still think about that one. Now, for today's test, just like Flight 5, we're only going to catch everything on the booster and the tower checks out after. However, it's a very compromised so that is the area of a route path and flight path.
I would imagine.
A lot of things have to work right for the line of booster catch. So if all criteria is met, we will protect the catch, but there is a chance that we may not. Either way, we get close to just like the
Yeah, Texas. I would That's good then.
I try not to do the same. Yeah.
Alright, we're now T-minus 20 seconds until liftoff of Starship Flight 6. This will mark our second attempt to catch the Super Heavy booster at the launch tower, as well as inside
essentially around the world in 25 years.
Specific next one we have is a lot of small improvements. There's a big version of Increase with the that'll be flying next year. That's got the version 3 of our engines. That'll look very different. That'll be longer and have a lot more thrust and have the next generation engines. But you can see on those screens up there, that's the ship that is now going around the Earth. So if you want to maybe get a better view, if you come, let's go.
It has been a very exciting afternoon so far. We'd like to send it back over to Dan, who can give us that live view experience. Dan, once again, are you okay after witnessing another Starship launch?
Yeah, totally
This is
fine.
going around the Earth, and it's going at 26,000 miles an hour, kilometers an hour, I would say. About 16, 17,000 miles an hour. It's about 600 miles northwest of Australia. So it's actually going through the dark side of, like the region of Earth that it's going through is now dark. It'll enter the region of where northwest where it's actually sunny. So it's currently sunny about 600 miles northwest of Australia. So it'll go out of Earth's shadow, and we should be able to see it land. And that'll be pretty cool. Real time. It's going to land in the water. Watching it re-enter is pretty wild because this thing blows like super hot. I mean, it looks like special effects because it's like every color. It's like purple, red, white. It's wild. It blows for real time. There's some chance it will blow. If it doesn't blow up, it'll be cool. It's still going to be pretty close to it. Cover the ships, or is it lost? If it doesn't blow up, we do have ships to try to bring it back and next to inspect it and learn more. But this one won't be reused. This one will not be reused. So this one is all about just learning. So it's about learning more. So we're going to actually, this time we're going to enter at a steeper angle than before, so it's going to be a higher heating. And yeah, and we'll see if some of the changes we made to the heat shield are better. The last launch, you can actually see where it's getting really hot with some heat shield, so it's like kind of glowing and little bits of melting off and that kind of thing. So this time the heat shield should be more robust. We also reduced the amount of heat shielding, so there's about 6 feet less heat shielding on the sides, because we don't think that's necessary.
We are going to continue. The mission is not done.
Exactly. It's not over.
We actually mechanically attached the
But it has been
so
nonstop since liftoff,
there's
and with the booster,
and then the tile has so kind of snap the tile onto the steel stud, so it doesn't have to worry about the glue.
Now, as with previous flights, Starlink may enable us to launch the ship for reentry with no communication blackouts. Now, we are still testing Starlink during the stage of flight, so that is.
Yeah, so if we do have views, we will be sure to bring this to you live, and of course, one of those views include that of our, of course, escape mode, the
What's necessary is that
and we are looking forward to it. So, we're going to come back in a few
Oh, thank you. Can you say hi? Hi. Oh my god, I have chills from that long.
Amazing, huh? Yes, I'm gonna follow. Good job getting up there.
Oh. I know I've left you behind, but then I just figured it was better to get something.
If you want to bring this right out the door, you can.
I can see one second.
Great. James is there with us.
What caused them to point out across? Well, it's basically the intensity of empty air. Yeah, the only heavy spot is the you know, it's otherwise it's stuff that's very bloody. This will be, yeah, stay across. Go all the way across the line, across Africa. Yeah. Estimated landing time? 20, 30 minutes. 15 minutes. So it's currently moving about 10 times the speed of from the solar Raptor. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of language, yeah, 30,000 feet per second, that's a lot.
Yeah. So like, yeah, from solar Raptor might go like Mach 2, over Mach 2. This is going Mach 23. Definitely the fastest way to get from anywhere. And one day this might actually be, it might actually be viable to carry passengers. If you can get from here to Sydney and
Do you have any space monkeys? Space monkeys?
Spice, I'm
Space monkey.
Oh, okay. I thought you said spice monkey.
Sorry, Texas accent.
No, we don't. No.
I volunteer.
Yeah. No space monkeys. We'll make sure it works with cargo, and then we'll add people. So. Hey, is it? Can we do the? Should we go do the turbo, or they're going to tell me? Yeah, you're good to go. Good to go look at the factory. Yes, sir. All right, so we can go look at the factory and then come back and see the lab, the ship landing. Right. Great. That's kind of cool.
Alone cruising.
Jacket, Elon? Yeah, it's like, it's a bit weird wearing a jacket on this, but I guess Before.
Yeah, on a flight day, you gotta wait.
Yeah. You want to hear you guys go with this other back here. You stay.
I'm Bryson. Bill. Pleasure.
I will ask. Are we allowed to go with or is that a no?
It's probably already tracked this, but Elon told the president that they're going over the factory to do a tour, and then he wants to bring him back here.
Okay. We'll
Did you know that? Okay.
I just heard him say
Okay.
we'll stay here.
You heard that too, yeah. Okay.
Well, I heard them say they were going. I didn't know if they were
And then he'd come back here for some other landing thing.
Whatever they want to do. We're gonna stay here. They're gonna go to. I believe there's too much sensitivity with the now. Wait, you want to go to the departure where Christina can ask questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we doing that now though, or when they come back? You can ask questions if you'd like. I don't know if they're coming back. You're taking the tripod. The tripod's already set up. They were like, "Oh, I thought you were departing at 17." I was like, "Yeah."
You're smart. I'm not. Can I go on the other side?
Yeah.
Because of the sun?
Yes, that's fine.
Is it good?
Yes.
Okay. You just want to tour the factory?
Yeah, but we can't go because of the security concerns. But we're gonna set up on the opposite side here just because the lighting is better.
Wherever you want to go. He's gonna stay on the. Is he gonna stay on the path?
Let's go. That's a good question. Why don't we go a little bit further down so you can ask him his questions and we'll stay down there. So that we don't.
I don't want to go looking up on him. How about this level? Is it high level?
Yes, this
I don't
is
have to be
fine.
close, but
I
she
just
can
want to
reach the mic.
maintain the privacy of the police officers.
Where's the police officer?
Right over to
So
your.
don't shoot them.
I can't really tell you what not to shoot. I'm just trying to think of the shot to make sure it works with everything. If they would like to, yeah, that's what this would be. This is where I'm. Is that okay? Yeah.
If that's the case, then I'll probably go in. You've got the mic.
Wait, I think it's really pretty. We put that by this concrete, so we don't get these tents. If that's all right with you.
Yep. And then we'll just go handheld.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Thanks for working with me. I think this is nice, and then we get the shot of him in the shade, so at least it's not really dark or really bright. And then that way. Here?
Yeah, and then where they're standing.
Okay, once he begins photos, we will head up to the top for departure. So Katrina, if you want to ask questions, you can come stand right here with me.
Nope, it's up there where they're already lined up.
Oh, the sun is harsh there. Okay, so.
You're welcome.
Oh, just if you got questions?
I mean, it's up to you. That's up to you.
Mr. President, are you reconsidering the nomination of Matt Gaetz?
No.
How far are you willing to go to get him confirmed?
hold you guys right here. I'm gonna hold you guys right here. Brandon, we're just gonna hold right here.
Am I allowed to throw any more questions at him? Or just
Cameras.
Yeah, they're doing this.
3, 2, 1. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
we are coming up on what we will hopefully see is our in-space relight demonstration. This will be firing up one of those 3 sea level Raptors on the very aft end of the ship, and essentially reigniting it while we're in that microgravity environment in Earth orbit. We had attempted this once previously on Flight 3, but ended up skipping it when we had some attitude control issues with the ship. And we are on the dark side of the planet right now, so views are going to be a little bit dark, but hopefully we see some engine light come on as we do this relight test. This is a pretty critical capability for doing deorbit burns. This is not a deorbit burn. I want to stress that we're on a trajectory where if we didn't fire off the engine at all, we are definitely coming home. Ooh, seeing some thunderstorms down on the ground. That's pretty cool. But this is not a deorbit burn. If we didn't fire this engine, we're on a intentional suborbital trajectory. So no matter what, we're coming in over the Indian Ocean. Firing off the engine does change your exact splashdown point a little bit, but we've got this keep out zone across the entire Indian Ocean that we made sure was clear ahead of flight, and we continue to monitor during. But we're going to aim for that and hopefully see this relight test coming on in about a minute. It's just going to be one of these engines, and it uses what's called the header tanks, so these small spherical tanks in the very top of Starship up in the nose cone. They don't require nearly as much gas to pressurize as your main tank, so they're really useful for any in-orbit maneuvers, and then for landing burns. So if we make it to a landing burn today, we'll be using them for that as well. So we should be coming up in just about the next minute. It should be under a minute now away from that expected ship burn. And again, we've relit Raptors pretty frequently. We just did it with the landing burn and that boostback burn on the booster, and we've done it on ship landing burns. We just haven't done it in this microgravity environment where your propellant management and a lot of other things are different, as you're not weighing down with the force of Earth's gravity. And start the call out for startup. There's some light. There's that Raptor relit. It's shut down. All right, there you have it. The first time ever lighting a Raptor while in outer space, other than our ascent burn. So really cool to see that relit. That's a pretty critical capability that we're going to need when we're doing orbital missions in the not too distant future. So check another one off. That was a really cool. That was an objective we really wanted to hit on this one, and so good to see ship knock that one out in orbit. But for now, we're going to coast for just a little bit longer, and then it'll be time for ship entry. So we'll get the usual light show as we return from hypersonic velocities. We're just starting to do the entry prep for that, so we're going to get the flaps positioned, and then it's going to start taking the brunt of all of that heat as you're coming in from well in excess of 10,000 miles an hour. That's all going to build up a lot of heat as you're encountering an increasing atmosphere, building up that friction, and we're going to see how the tiles fare. We've also got some pretty cool tile experiments that we'll talk about in a little bit, but coming up real soon, ship re-entry, successful relight, and we'll start this entry part soon.
Starship's 6th test flight. It has been an exciting day so far. We lifted off from Starbase at 4 p.m. Central Time. Super Heavy booster and ship had a successful separation as well as a good boostback burn and good separation of the hot stage adapter. We did not attempt a return to the launch site and catch attempt today when strict criteria were not met, and the Super Heavy booster executed a